All right, guys, I was looking for some options to play, and I couldn't find no options in my normal playing options stocks I look at. So I started to search the internet, and I came across this company right here. The ticker is DDD, and yesterday I noticed they had a huge gain. So I started digging into it a little bit. All right, it seemed like they jumped from $17.77 to $24.03 in a 1 day period. That is a huge jump. I need to find out what happened. All right, it appears that they had a earnings report, and the analysts thought they was gonna get 2 cents per share, but they end up getting 17 cents per share, and that most likely made the stock jump up. All right, the average volume per this stock is 5 million per day, and yesterday they had 60 million per day. And with that kind of movement, that stock, if the float is very low, that stock could jump or fall, because that was a huge movement. All right, as we can see, the float is small as shit. It's 121 million. Remember, they just moved 60 million yesterday. And it appears that a lot of people are shorting this stock. 22% of that float is short. So people believe this stock is going to fall. A nice amount of people. All right, now it's time to look at the chart. The chart tells me a lot. All right, I see two peaks up here. The first peak, I did a little research. I do not know why that shit popped, but it popped, but eventually it went down. And the peak I'm looking at happened yesterday. After my research, they had a good earnings report. That is the reason why it popped. All right, in efforts to come up with a bid price or put or call price, I have to develop a floor and a ceiling. If you look at this Yahoo site up here, the support or floor is kind of crazy. So I always come up with my own one. And it appears to be that the floor is a little under 20 to be safe, a little under 20. And this floor is kind of crooked. So we go with it. All right, here's the tricky part, moment of truth. So I went to the options. I went to around my price range, around the floor, around $20. So when I went to the options, I noticed the amount at $20 had a lot of open interest and a lot of volume. My trainer, Diamond Dave, says open interest needs to be at least 1,000 with a lot of volume, and needs to be a tight market. This is not that tight like he wanted on the bid of the axe, but there's a lot of evidence to get to this point that support this stock will flop pretty soon. But I do not know when it will flop. So I'm going to try to estimate when will the stock flop and how long will it take to flop. Now, my trainer didn't teach me this. This is something I just know how to do, look at trends. So I tried to figure out the percentage of drop or the percentage of gain. And it appears that if I have these lines that it's a 1 month or 4 week time span, and this stock could drop $10 in 4 weeks. Right now, the stock is at $24. So if I could find a option that goes out to almost a month, and the stock just need to drop $4 or somewhere around there to create good outcome, I think it's reasonable. So based on this chart, this stock can drop $10 in 1 month. And here are my results. So let me see here. So at 9:33, I bought the stock for $1.55 or $115. I actually was sad because I overpaid a little bit by $15, but I knew this thing was going to heat up quick. So I was okay with it. And at what time did I sell it? At 1 o'clock, I sold that $115 for $160. That is, I believe, roughly a 38% return. And it only took me maybe 5 minutes of research. Just about as long as this video is to figure this out, because I do most of these calculations and stuff in my head while I'm looking on the computer. But the trainer I use is a guy called Diamond Dave. He promotes the highest part-time job in the world, that if a person's looking for second income besides a job, which they could do when the market is up or down, his teachings will let you do that if you are committed. That's Diamond Dave. But thank you. Subscribe to the